Hi guys, we're at Friedrichshafen and I've come across this nice gentleman who's got a same colour shirt onto us. I didn't know if we'd suddenly got into making linear amplifiers, but it's Colin was keeping quiet on me. Sir, tell us who you are and what you do.
Okay, so my name is Vesco, cosine LZ5 Victor Kilo, and I'm working with ACOM company. We are producer of HF linear amplifiers and also other power products like antenna switches, antenna tuners, and so forth, various accessories.
Yeah, they look very, very interesting. I'm looking at the build quality on this amplifier here. I'm very impressed. It looks quality built, I must admit.
Well, I'm really proud to hear these words from you, to be honest. This is actually our one of the things that we are aiming at. So when you buy equipment and you put it at home on your desk, it should have a look that is making you uh, more or less happy with the purchase and the acquisition. And the build quality, we are also trying to be we are always aiming for perfection, although we know it's not possible, but as close as it, so our customers can have good feelings when they buy products from us.
Yeah.
And the particular amplifier we are looking at, it's our one of our newest additions to the product line, solid state amplifiers, the ACOM 2020S. It's been on the market for about a year probably. So solid state amplifier, which is putting guaranteed 1500 watts. And what is interesting with this amplifier is that it was designed from scratch for remote operation. So not only you have the remote control unit here, which you can put few meters apart from the amplifier, but you can control it also over internet. So this unit has a built-in web interface. And when you open the web interface of the unit, you actually see exactly the same menus as they appear on the screen here.
So that's very, very useful because if you're operating remote, um, that's great. And obviously, if we can put the linear as close to the tower as possible or as close to our feed point, we reduce the length of coax. And by having the display in the shack, that's a really good move, I would suggest.
Uh, yeah, the case is not exactly the same. Most um Actually, the aim here is to give the people possibility to operate amplifiers from shacks that are really remote from them, which is becoming trend in our community. You know that cities are very noisy in terms of RF, and there more and more people are locating their stations on properties outside the big cities. And this is the case here when you put this amplifier with the remote control unit on such a property. As long as you have internet access on the property, you can control your amplifier remotely from your phone, for example.
Yeah, well, that's ideal, and you're dead right. The cities today, there is so much noise. Everything's got an oscillator in it. I mean, even as silly as our watches on our wrists have have oscillators in. Everything's making RF noise. Getting our equipment away from that and remote operation does seem to be the right thing, I would suggest.
Uh, yeah, nothing to add here to what you said.
Yes. Now, you also got a very nice looking, and I'm looking at the low pass filters in your ATU. Really nicely made, I would suggest.
Oh, thanks. This is actually the desktop version of our ATU. The original, which is intended for outdoor installation, is over there. So, but anyway, although the boxes are different, it's the same hardware inside. So this ATU, it's fully controlled by our solid-state amplifier line. Not only the 2020, but also others solid-state amplifiers. The advantage is that this ATU is actually close to what you've already said. So shortening the length of the coax cable between the antenna and the antenna tuner when the antenna is not well matched, thus reducing the losses, and having single coax cable to control to get the RF power delivered to antenna tuner, control it, and also power it, of course. This is all done through one coax cable, which is also reducing to some point the investment that you need to make when you set up your station. What is also important with this antenna tuner is that besides the antenna tuning features, it also has 4-port antenna switch built in. And from the amplifier configuration, you can select which output has antennas for which band. Then the amplifier automatically selects the antenna when you change bands and gives you the ability to choose alternative antenna if there is such.
Well, that just seemed to get better and better as you were telling me. And the spec was just getting better and better. That's really great. Listen, I've taken a lot of your time. You've got a lot of people on your stand. Let me wish you a great show. Thank you very much for talking to me, because I know English is not your first language, and I appreciate you spending the time with me. Thank you.
Thank you for your time as well.
Yeah. Thank you.